and welcome to a brand new day. Good morning, Raylene.
Good morning.
How are you?
Just wonderful.
Are you
The sun's shining.
It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's chilly. We had a super hard frost,
Yeah.
but that's great
Yeah.
for the sap.
Yes, it is. Yeah, exactly. I forgot about that.
And it's sunny.
Yes, that's
That's
right.
all I care. The sun is shining.
So what do we have to have at nighttime? We have to have whatever, and during the day we have to have whatever to get the sap running.
Whatever and whatever. Oh, okay. Yes, cold temps at night, warmer temps during the day.
Right.
Sunshine always helps. Warm those trees up a little bit. Let the sap run, loosen up and run.
Yes, but how does the whole, the fact that we didn't have a lot of snow this winter, how does that factor into it?
That I have no idea. I think it factors in great when you're trying to tap trees and you're not having to trudge through the snow, but I don't really know.
Right. Hey,
We'd have to ask. We'll have to
You-
call Sean McCarthy one of these days and ask him.
Or Burr Morris or someone like
Yes,
that.
someone like that.
Did you know, speaking of this, did you know that Moore's Farm is doing a little bit of sugar on snow today?
I did not know that.
I think today and tomorrow and maybe Sunday.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm going to run over there. So if I do, I will take some pictures.
Perfect.
So 50 degrees later today, with a great deal of sunshine.
And
beautiful.
which we love. We love the sunshine part.
Tonight, we're looking at a low of 31, partly cloudy. And then tomorrow, Saturday, is still supposed to be shitty. Not that bad. 44
Yeah.
for the high and cloudy. Sunday, that's the rain.
And snow mix,
And
right?
yeah, it's snow mix. 100%, they're
Yep.
saying. Again, high around 40 on Sunday with the rain. And looks like kind of the same story on Monday. Snow showers, rain showers, and 33 only for the daytime high. So, a lot to get to this morning. Should we start out?
Well, let's say good morning, Stacy, Glenn, Bill Donahue, Jay. Let's say good morning to everyone. It's so good to see everybody tuned in this morning.
Isn't it, though?
Jay wants to know if you have a Trump shirt on, so maybe you better show him your Triumph shirt.
Here's the thing. Every time, I'm serious.
Every time you wear that shirt,
Every time that I wear this shirt, people are like, is that a Trump shirt?
it says Triumph, and it's motorcycles, Triumph motorcycles.
I wore this shirt a couple of weeks ago, and it was underneath a button-down shirt, and I had all the buttons open, and I'm walking down. I'm serious. I'm walking through the Berlin Mall. I'm not bullshitting.
Would it not be okay if you had a Trump shirt on?
No, of course it wouldn't. That wouldn't be okay. I'm not. No one's allowed to wear a Trump shirt. Of course, it's not okay. I'd be tarred and feathered. Walking through the Berlin Mall, and this lady goes, Trumper. And I'm like, is she talking to me? And I'm like, oh my God, she's only seeing this.
Right.
Triumph is a motorcycle. It's an old car. It's British. I love Triumphs. I have a Triumph. Please.
And you have a Triumph shirt.
I have a couple of Triumph shirts.
Yeah.
Please. Anyway, we are going to give an update this morning about the skunk, which, by the way, I need to, at some point, I need our listeners to choose a name of the skunk that is living underneath my barn floor and sprayed my cat the other night, and I am on a death hunt for this skunk.
I hope it works out better for you than when you were hunting gophers. That's all I have to say. Remember the whole garden, and they were eating your garden, and you would go out in the morning in your rain boots and underwear with your gun and your sombrero, your Elmer Fudd outfit to hunt
Ladies and gentlemen,
the gopher.
Raylene is not making this shit up. Sometimes she does make shit up. Not this time. It was like 2 summers ago.
Yes.
I had a gopher.
A literal meltdown every day at how much food the gopher ate.
Oh, it was a woodchuck. It was a gopher, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
That was getting into my garden. It was my first like real garden. I busted my ass. I had it tilled, and I'm planting all the shit and sweating out there and working on my back is killing me. I worked so hard at this garden. I'm like, I want to teach Lily about all this, and blah, blah. I was so proud. I was so happy. And then this fucking woodchuck comes in. Not only this woodchuck, but he brought the whole family with him. The kids. He got the kids and the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law. The whole there was hundreds of them.
Feasting.
Literally, there were hundreds of them. They came in and they destroyed my entire garden. Mm-hmm. I got up. I borrowed a gun from a friend.
Yes.
I got up.
And now you have your own.
I do.
You made an investment after that.
Yes.
You were so pissed.
Oh, I was so mad.
You said, "That's it. I'm going to have an arsenal in my house."
Yes.
You were doing smoke bombs,
Yes.
M80s. You were like doing everything.
I may or may not have, I'm not suggesting either way, I may or may not have made, with the help of a friend, a pipe bomb and put that in the burrow.
And it didn't work.
Didn't work.
It just brought more family.
No, it brought the whole family. They were all deaf, but they were still hungry. And they still wanted to eat. I'm out there every Saturday and Sunday morning. I'm out there. Seriously, in my shorts, sometimes underwear, I had this big camouflage netting all set up and everything, and I would wait and wait and wait, for this thing, and it never would. The whole family they'd sleep in because their bellies were so full from the night before. Anyway. We're going to give an update on the skunk that's under my barn. And I need, Lily is like, Dad, we have to name the skunk. And I'm like, no, we're not going to name the skunk because it's going to die. Well, Dad, we still have to give it a name. So I'm looking for suggestions from our listeners of what we can name the skunk. And by the way, we are going to be checking in at some point with Javier. Do you know Javier?
I don't think so.
He's a professional skunk dispatcher.
Oh.
And or Javier. We're going to check in with him this morning by phone. We're also going to be chatting with Matt and Bessie from Rooted Entertainment.
Always love to talk to them.
I do too. And he and I were texting each other last night, and then Glenn Brummert sends me the graphic about the reggae show.
I know.
I'm like,
oh my God.
Can I pull Brummert out of the house for a day? Can Chris Massey come?
Well, you should try to round up a group of you to go.
Oh.
That'd be wonderful.
We're going. I mean, we're going flat out, plain and simple.
I think that would be great for Glenn to do with all of you.
What day is it? Is it Friday? We have to give...
It is Friday the 8th. It's Women's Day. Today it's National Women's Day.
Serious?
Of course I'm serious. Okay. Do you think I'm just telling you this for the health of it?
Wouldn't surprise
me.
Good
gracious. No. It's not like you're going to be nice to me anyway. So it's International Women's Day today, okay. March 8th.
Wonderful.
So, and of course, it's all about recognizing women's rights and when all of that came about, and just recognizing women in general and how far they have come and continue to go.
Yeah.
In society.
Yeah. So I ask you this: is there a International Men's Day?
Yes, of course there is.
No,
there's probably always been there.
It's not. Yes, of course there is.
Well, you can't have one without the other.
Well,
you should know
ye-
better than that
well,
by
yes,
now.
yes, you
but for
can.
many years,
Yes,
they
you
had.
can.
But for many, well, you should be able to. But for many years, there was not an International Women's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there an International Men's Day before there was International Women's Day?
Of course, there was.
Horse shit. Was there?
Yes. There was.
So what's the date on the
Let's see.
International Men's Day?
International Men's Day. Hold on, I'm looking. International Men's Day is a global awareness day for many issues that men face, including parental alienation. And that does exist. And
Sure it
you
does. Of
know,
course it does.
you know that I feel really strong about that. Like I get really pissy about that because there are a lot of men in this world that get the shit end of the stick when
Amen.
it comes to parental rights.
You're
and
right.
that just pisses me off. If they're the better parent, they're the better parent.
Amen.
And even if they're in the middle, they still have the rights to their children unless they have done something horrendous to cut that divide.
Totally agree.
Your shit with your man is your shit, and it's just that. Leave your kids out of it.
Absolutely.
And it here in Vermont is even it's bad.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I know some really good men that have fought 2-3 years just for the right to
Yeah.
here's all your money that you want, but
Sure.
but anyways, that's a total
No.
sidetrack, but it gets me I get so worked up about that. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
Makes me
The better parent is
Super
the better
upset.
parent. Period.
exactly.
Yeah.
November 19th is National Men's Day.
Stop it.
It is. And let's see.
See, this one gets skipped over though. No one knows about that.
Well, I'll know about it.
Glenn Brummert right now is saying there's an International Men's Day. I didn't get that memo.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. What's going on in the? Can we run some of the stories? We have 3 escaped inmates charged with murder of U.S. sailing couple believed to have been thrown overboard in the Caribbean.
Yes.
Holy crap! They finally found out who it was. Well, these guys like escaped from a prison or some shit and hijacked this boat, but they had to at some point they had to pull into the land. And is that where they got nailed? Do we know?
I don't know where they got nailed. I did not actually. Didn't that happen last week?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
So
So they've officially been charged now with
Right.
murder.
Yep.
My God, that's crazy. I mean, really crazy. Like,
It is. There's absolutely insane things going on all over the world right now.
there are. And speaking of insane things going on around the world, did you hear Biden's State of the Union address last night? Crickets!
Part-
There's crickets in the building.
I heard parts of it on the news this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I would not, honestly, 100% honest, I would not have been able to stomach sitting through it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm very vocal about it.
Yeah.
I think he's a moron.
Yeah.
And I hate that he says that, things like we're waiting for this bill to close the border. We got to pass this bill first. And no, you don't. You're the president. You could do it now.
Sure, right.
You've had 3 years to do it. You're not doing it. And clearly you're doing it now
Yeah.
for votes. And
Yeah.
that's it. Because you've had all the opportunity in the world to take care of some of this shit.
Yeah.
And then to say that right now, financially and whatnot, the economy is better than it's ever been.
Yeah, right.
Or been in many, many years,
Oh,
and
yeah.
interest rates are dropping and gas prices are dropping. I'd like to know where, because as far as I know, for the most part, the general population is suffering greatly, and I don't see where it's any good. I think it's disgusting state that we're in at the moment.
I don't think he specifically said Trump's name, but obviously he drew some pretty sharp contrast between him and Trump. And
Well, and there is. I mean, there's a huge,
sure,
sharp contrast between the two of them.
yeah,
But to sit up there and flat out lie about where we stand and, that you're going to fix the border issues.
right,
What have you been doing for the last 3 years with your head up your ass?
Right. Right.
More and more and more and more drugs are coming across
yeah,
the border every day.
Yeah.
And never mind just the increasing population that we can't handle because we
Yeah.
can't even take care of our own.
Amen. Amen. And he there was a lot of Russia Ukraine talk and more promises of humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip and so on and so forth. And I'm like, Bob, how about humanitarian aid for our veterans
Yeah.
from Vietnam and the Korean War and the Middle Eastern War in the 90s that is still going on?
Yeah.
God, man.
So it
Was I saw some of the
can't.
I saw some of the highlight reels this morning. We weren't watching that last night.
No, and the vice president. I mean, truthfully, I fear his getting reelected more because of her, because we know that, I mean, let's face it, he's probably going to shit the bed
Right.
in the next presidency if he's elected. And we're going to be stuck with her. And that is frightening.
Yeah.
That woman cannot carry a conversation.
I know.
She talks in circles, terrible.
Well, listen
you
to
sit there
Biden.
looking at her going,
Listen to Biden.
yeah, but look, he at least has an excuse. He's obviously has early stage dementia going on here. He at least has an excuse. What the hell's her excuse?
He's in full denial though.
Frightening. Frightening. But we're gonna get in trouble.
Of course we're going to get in
but-
trouble.
It just, I don't know. Get to the polls and vote. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, freaking vote. And if
Exactly.
you haven't voted in years because you gave up, get your ass out of bed and vote anyways, or get an absentee ballot. You do that for presidency, for local elections.
Yeah.
We have to change so much
Yeah.
right now.
Of course.
There's a lot of people that are registered to vote, but they have not voted in years.
Yeah.
And I think because they've just said, screw it doesn't matter anymore. But that's the problem, is those people have said, screw it doesn't matter anymore because,
right.
oh my God, does it ever.
Yeah. I know. What else is going on? Let's see,
God.
I'm looking at national headlines here. Costco is selling gold bars and silver coins. Okay.
Yep. How about the listeria outbreak right here at the Montpelier Shaw's?
Talk to me. What?
Well, they've linked 2 local cases to the Shaw's and Montpelier. And I actually read up a lot on listeria because I did not know a lot about it.
My God.
And mostly is found in deli meat, the pre-cut fruit cups to go that are in with the deli, those sorts of things, and shredded cheese. But the 2 that are local cases of listeria, they had both purchased and consumed deli meat from the Shaw's in Montpelier. That's frightening. So the case is closed right down at Shaw's. I'm really not sure of, what they're going to need to do to recover from that, what it entails. But yeah,
Wow. This is freaky.
it is freaky.
What happens with listeria? What if you get what do you
You
get?
just get really sick, body ache, headache. You can go into convulsions though if you get really sick. I spoke with somebody last night who says that his aunt and uncle were here visiting. They ate some deli meat that was came from Shaw's. They were, that's what they were making in their hotel or whatever, and they have been very sick. They're just getting over it a week now, I guess, but they were very, very sick. But they didn't know about this whole listeria thing at that time. They were here visiting some relatives, and they were really sick. It was Craig McDermott's aunt and uncle were here visiting, and that's what happened to them. But yeah, just scary. Did you read this one? A man who crashed his snowmobile into a parked Black Hawk helicopter is suing the government for $9.5 million. Jeff Smith was whizzing along on a snowmobile one evening a few years back when something dark appeared in front of him. He hit his brakes, but he couldn't avoid clipping the rear tail of the Black Hawk helicopter parked on a trail.
What state is
the
this?
March 2019 crash almost cost Smith his life is now the subject of a federal lawsuit by the Massachusetts lawyer. He is demanding $9.5 million in damages from the government. Money, he says, he is needed to recover his medical expenses, lost wages, as well as hold the military responsible for the crash.
Well, he wants to recover the sled, too. We want to get a new sled out of this.
It sounds like they were, it doesn't sound like he could drive a sled. But it sounds like for some reason the helicopter was parked like literally on the trail, in the trail.
Wait, what state was it?
It sounds like Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts. So,
what?
Smith's lawyer in the year-long court case argued that the crew of the Black Hawk helicopter that flew down from New York's Fort Drum for the night training was negligent for parking a camouflaged 64-foot aircraft on a rarely used airfield, also used by snowmobilers. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I'm not sure. Okay, how and why we're parking a Black Hawk helicopter on a snowmobile trail.
Well, it was an unused airfield.
I know,
but still. Yeah. And this guy in the dark, he hit his brakes, but it wasn't good enough. He slammed into it.
I had a compliment from a lady in Walmart the other day who I don't know, but she said, I love the fact that you guys talk about some of the stories that are trending that other media sources aren't talking about. There's a perfect example of it right now.
I thought that was...
There's a military convoy that just passed you, by the way.
There is?
Yeah, it just went by you. Just went past you. Is this... we must be coming into a weekend here where the National Guard is going to be in training. Must be, because I'm seeing a couple of convoys around.
Usually I try to post them when they're going to be in training.
Looks like the search is over for this woman reported missing from Bradford.
Yes.
Carrie Simpson. They found her yesterday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
A day after she was reported missing. She was located safely, and the police are saying thank you for the help.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and also the young girl that was
old.
missing yesterday as well. I think the 14-year-old that we posted while we were live yesterday.
Yeah.
Because they had found her safe. Peyton has been found safe, and her mom thanked everyone for their help. She was the little girl, 14-year-old from Barrytown that was missing.
Okay. Yes.
And so they did find her yesterday as well. She's the one that left in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Little stinker.
Yeah. God,
it's been a lot. But now there's a missing elderly man that we've also posted. I would have to scroll through to find him. But we've also posted that there was a missing gentleman as well this morning. As it seems to be a lot. It really does.
I hope.
I don't know what's happening that all of these people are going missing.
I hope Lily never gets pissed off and says, "You know what? I've had enough of this horse shit.
I'm leaving.
I'm taking Dad's keys and I'm jetting
Gonna
out.
drive to New York.
I'm out of here. 2:00 in the morning. I'm just gonna get in the car and just see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Bye bye."
Yeah, I know. Did you read the story of the drugs masked in the
Protein
protein
powder.
Yep.
Wait,
In New York, right at the Champlain border, coming over from Canada. $15,000 worth of cocaine and narcotics were seized in northern New York. Yeah.
imagine throwing that in the blender in the morning with a banana.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, hello, huh? That's some
Jesus.
craziness right there.
God. Any other stories going on
Not
that are worth mentioning? I mean, there's a lot.
I mean, there's a lot. They're all on there. There's a lot of stuff.
Let's see. Wait.
Just like always.
The Vermont state representative accused of driving drunk to the state house is now getting treatment. Mm-hmm. Jim Carroll's lawyer,
Good for him.
says the Bennington Democrat is in rehab, and that's why he could not come to court for his arraignment on Thursday morning. He was pulled over by Montpelier police last month for an excessively loud muffler in the Capitol complex. Police talked with him. They noticed signs of alcohol impairment. He refused to take a field sobriety test, did agree to provide a roadside breath test sample, though. Came back above the legal limit. And
I have a lot more respect for him for
Sure.
saying I'm going to get help than I
Yeah.
do the state's attorney up north that said it's everybody else's fault but mine, and give me my job back and let me prosecute criminals that are doing the same thing.
bingo. His his blood alcohol content was 0.066. So, it's, hey, my God. So many of us, we're quick to judge, but we all make bad decisions in our time
Yeah.
here. All of us, every
Yeah,
single one of
we
us,
do.
except for me.
No, JD would never. You want to know
I never
about
make
a great?
I never make bad decisions.
Do you want to hear a great decision? Yesterday, I went across the street, Nelson Ace
Yes.
Hardware,
God, I
and
love
bought
them.
one of the new colors of Yetis.
Oh,
So you got a brand new Yeti
spring.
yesterday.
That's a spring color.
This new spring colors. Yes, they have some really cool colors over there, as always. But this purple just came out. This really cool red color. I don't even know how to describe it, and a couple of others. But they have some great new Yetis over there.
Beautiful.
So go check them out. If you seriously want your coffee, and I've tried many different kinds of cups.
Yep.
If you really want your coffee to stay hot, when they say 8 to 12 hours, they're not joking.
Oh, I know. It's
it
unbelievable.
really is.
All day.
They're not kidding. So go get yourself one. No, definitely not a Stanley. Not for me. No thanks.
This whole Stanley craze thing is just crazy.
Well,
right
first of all, that gigantic cup. No.
now. Yeah.
And who wants to try to lug that sucker around all day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But and then the whole lead issue. Hello.
Oh, well, there's that. And, oh my God, if you're not going to get the lead from the Stanley, you'll get it from your cinnamon. Mm-hmm. That was such a crazy story yesterday. It really was. We're getting a phone call here.
It doesn't take me
thought we
that
were.
long to drink coffee.
Yeah.
That's definitely for sure, Bill. Never, ever, ever. I fill that sucker too many times a day.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm actually doing better. I'm down to 18 pods a day.
What is that? Are you serious?
Yes. So I drink about 12 cups because in the morning I always make it stronger.
Oh my God.
I do half the strong, half full, and then I put a fresh pod and do strong, half full to really get that kick.
Wow.
And, well, you know, I don't drink anything but it. When do I not have my coffee cup in my hand?
Yeah.
My father calls it my extremity, my other extremity.
Oh my God. I know you always have coffee. We're getting a phone call this morning. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. How are you today?
Oh, this must be Javier.
Yes, Javier Limoncello.
Javier, good morning. You are our professional skunk dispatcher that we've been hearing about, and I got on your Facebook page and your website last night, and I appreciate you calling us this morning.
No problem. You know, I tried to respond as quickly as I could when I hear somebody has a skunk problem, and they're pretty gnarly little critters to deal with.
All right. What is your suggestion? This thing is under the barn floor, and it's coming out late at night. It's already sprayed one of the cats, which is we refused to bring the cat back in the house, and now the cat's all pissed off and scratching at the door, trying to come in, crying all the time. My daughter's pissed off at me because I won't let the cat in the house because it was soaked with skunk spray. I mean, this is creating a real some real family stress here, Bob. I mean, this has been a residual thing that is just getting worse and worse and worse, and I have just about had it. Are you there, Javier?
You were so long-winded, he gave up on you, and he was like, geez, girl, is this story going to take 3 weeks?
Javier, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. What do you suggest that we do? I do?
What you're dealing with is a rogue skunk. You have a rogue skunk, and what that thing is going to do is it's going to breed with other skunks, and then there's going to become a skunk community under your barn, and it's going to end up forcing you right out of your home.
Well, I'm already getting to that point here. The whole family is upset with me because I've suggested popping it off with a 22, catching it in a have-a-heart trap. You know, you put the blanket over the have-a-heart trap. I had 400 people text me yesterday. Just get a have-a-heart trap, put the blanket over there, and then what? What do you do then, Javier?
So what I would recommend is what we call the Galdenzi method of removal. And that's what when you actually trap it in a have-a-heart trap, because you want to trap it humanely.
Yeah, that's why they call it have-a-heart.
Right. And then the Galdenzi method is when you take a blanket and you cover the trap, and then you walk to the nearest brook or river and submerge it completely into the river.
Okay. The Galdenzi. All right. That doesn't.
I'm sure you know why we call it the Galdenzi method.
No, why?
I'll let you research.
Okay.
That name.
I will. What about? I mean, should you shoot a skunk that's in a have-a-heart trap? Why or why not?
Well, it depends on the caliber of the rifle. I mean, if you don't want to have a heart trap anymore, I would recommend shooting it.
Okay. What about just trying to get a clean shot on it without a have-a-heart trap?
You're going to be in for a stinky fun time.
No, seriously. I mean, you know, I got a text here that just came in that I'll read here in a second. But do you think that that as long as the as long as I get it, should I go for the head? How do you shoot a skunk in your barn that's not going to make it worse than it was when it sprayed?
Headshot. 9 mil.
Okay.
45.
Oh, 45.
Oh my.
Oh boy. Javier, thank you so much for
Well, you're very welcome. I'm glad I could assist.
For what you do for a living as a professional skunk dispatcher. what you have to go through on a daily basis. God bless you.
Yes, a lot of cologne.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thanks for checking in with us this morning. You know, Raylene, I got a text message last night about this. And I want to see if you can tell me who you think it is.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm listening.
This is someone who offered to loan me a I have a heart trap. It doesn't sound like Javier really has a heart, though,
No.
at all.
No.
At all, like nothing.
Like done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you had to get the tomato.
We lost a lot of viewers while you were talking about skunk killing, just so you know. I watched our numbers go right to hell.
Get some tomato juice and some pineapple juice.
No.
That doesn't work.
I don't know.
Let's see. This put a blanket over it so they won't spray. Keep one end uncovered where you can kind of peek in from a distance. I heard if you shoot them in the lung, they will run off and not spray. I want to see if you can tell me who would this be that would send this message to me. Apparently a gun like a .22. Also, she says, it's a she. Apparently skunks like marshmallows. And then she says, I know, it's just amazing that a 9-fingered blind lady could be so knowledgeable about skunks.
Yeah, okay, so you gave it away with that.
And wouldn't you know, it's my trigger finger that's missing on my right hand.
So you gave it away with the 9-figure lady. But so in what
A
does she want?
9-fingered lady with a gun and
what does she want you
marshmallows.
to do with the pineapple juice and the what? In the orange juice?
Tomato juice.
Tomato juice? Oh. So vodka in each. So
We got a 9-fingered woman
if
going
you
around
have
with a gun and marshmallows.
If you have a tomato juice with 3 shots of Tito's, and then you have some pineapple juice with 2 shots of Tito's, then you have courage enough to throw a blanket over a skunk, leave one end open, feed it marshmallows before you shoot it. Is that the thing? Barb Druge.
Is it your guess?
Absolutely.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Do you need to phone a friend?
No.
We got a winner! Woohoo! Oh my God. She says, with St. Patrick's Day coming up, she says that I should go live on video trying to dispatch the skunk wearing a leprechaun suit.
Don't encourage him, Barb. Don't encourage him.
Yep, she is putting the wrong ideas into the head of the wrong guy.
We'll just wear your Elmer Fudd outfit and pray it works better than it did when it was the Gophers. Good gracious. Liam just signed in, joined us. So Liam has the taco shell, and he heard you gabbing yesterday about
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
And he's got some plans for you, Mr. J.D. Green.
So what's the deal? He's going to bring some tacos in?
He's going to see you with some tacos.
Okay.
Maybe not on Cinco de Mayo because it's on a Sunday.
Oh.
So we're not here
Right.
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Yeah. So, and God only knows where you'll be. So, we're working it out, though. You never know. You might get a good surprise
I want some
before or after.
hot sauce. I want some hot sauce on
You
it.
want some hot sauce?
Yes. Love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you tried his walking taco?
I have not.
Oh, it's amazing.
I
They're
was
so
away-
good.
I
They're
was
so good.
away.
Yes, I remember now.
I was away when he launched.
They're so good. I mean, every other things are good too, but I like that whole idea of the walking taco. Not so messy.
Yeah.
It's all right there in the Dorito bag.
So you can drive and eat it too. It's not just walking.
Well, you shouldn't drive and eat it. I don't know.
I do.
Because you need to hold the bag and have a fork.
I don't give a shit. I'd drive and eat all the time.
Do you have 3 hands or something?
I don't know,
You
but
drive with your knees, don't you?
sometimes if I have to, if I'm trying to eat something, I got a lot of shit the other day from someone because I was eating a banana, and when I was done with the banana while I was driving, I rolled down the window and whoosh.
You chuck the peel.
Yeah, why would anyone be upset with me for doing that? Why? We all do that. Liam does that. Barb does. Everyone does that. You do that.
I don't throw anything out my window.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't even throw cigarette butts out my window. Well, I don't smoke in my new car, but when I used to smoke in my car, I don't even throw cigarette butts out the window. You're just naughty. That's all there is to it.
I'm
You're
not
all
gonna,
starting trouble.
I'm not
You're
gonna
always
try-
doing trouble stuff.
Raylene, I'm not going to
Just
try
throw
to.
in the back seat with all the other shit that's in there. I mean, you got burgers in there that are 2 years old, for God's sakes. What is the big deal? You think you need to throw a banana peel out?
I'm not trying to launch the thing on the windshield of the guy behind me. I mean, I'm courteous. I look in my rear view and make sure there's nobody behind me.
You're just feeding the birds, right?
I'm feeding the birds.
And the skunks, just so you know.
I'm decomposing.
That's why they love you.
Thank you.
Because the skunks love you because you feed them.
And
they followed you home.
I make sure that someone's not coming the opposite direction, so when I toss it, it's going to land on their windshield. I'm courteous. I go passenger window.
Oh, for the love of all
And-
things.
What's the big deal? God. People get so upset about stupid shit these days. Let
The
it go.
nerve.
It's
The
a banana.
nerve.
And you know what? I'll admit right now in the air, I don't care, and I'm not afraid. I do the same thing with apples. The squirrels love it.
Yes, they do.
The poor
squirrels
woodchucks.
love it. Yep.
Just what's the big deal? It's not anyway. Go ahead. Community calendar. What do we have going on?
Well, we know that we have the pie breakfast coming up
Oh, my
with the
God.
fire department. That's on the 23rd.
Dear Lord.
We got word about a couple of. There's a huge craft fair on Union 32 on the 23rd. Also,
They did this
there's
last year.
one, yeah, and they have over 100 vendors. There's also a craft fair at Berlin Elementary that day
Okay.
on the 23rd. So lots happening in that area.
Okay.
On the 23rd. We have the Brittany Burt Memorial Bingo game coming up on the 17th at the Den.
Yes.
We have, everybody knows we have the eclipse coming up, and everybody knows that by now that we're in here with Will, and next week we'll start talking a lot more about the glasses that we have and what you're going to do to earn a pair of those glasses or get some of those glasses. Maybe it's going to be a little trivia like. Maybe it's going to be a little more contest like.
For people that missed that interview that you did with Will, tell us who Will is and where he's
So
from.
Will Adams is from Optical Expressions that is now located right here in Barrie in the Blanchard block on the 4th floor. As soon as you get out of the elevator door opens and there you are to this miraculous space.
Yes.
And Optical Expressions is really wanting to make sure that people are being safe when they're
Yes.
viewing. And they wanted to talk about what kind of glasses you need, what to look for, why you need them. And they know it's going to be a huge event. I mean, really, you can't turn the TV on, look at your phone. You can't do anything right now without seeing something about the eclipse.
Yes.
They've even 211 in the state of Vermont have even opened up their own web page and link so that you can get up-to-date information that day because they expect there to be a lot of people here from out of state and it to interfere with many services and travel. And
Yes.
they say get your gas the day before. Gas stations could possibly run out of gas. You know, cell phone service is going to suck and this, that, and the other thing. So anyways, Optical just wanted to step in there also and say what the importance of all of that is and be a part of that and provide those glasses free of charge
Wow.
through us. And as most know, but if you don't, they are a presenting sponsor of the
Yes.
Air It Out podcast. And we
Yes.
love having them.
Yeah, we do.
We love having them in the studio. They always provide incredible information.
These are mine from Optical
and
Expressions right here.
It's a sensitive subject for me, especially now that I've gone blind in the right eye. You know, the importance of it all is huge.
Yeah.
I care.
Yeah.
And we don't always think about that, I guess.
We take it for granted.
We do take it for granted a little bit. And I think, you know, when you can see it,
yeah,
you deal with it. But when you don't see it, you're not as apt to deal with it. And
that's right.
until you literally can't see it. And
Right.
then you're going, oh my God.
Right.
Don't wait until that point.
So in our new studio setup, you're like 15 feet away from me right now. Mm-hmm. You said you can see out of one eye, but you can see me.
Yes, I can see. I very much have adjusted to everything.
Okay.
And Will actually explained that a little better depth to me the other day than I've even been explained to by my own doctor.
Sure.
But it adjusted. I had the retina surgery. It was unsuccessful. But I can still see shadows out of my right eye. And because the right eye didn't die
Yeah.
completely, it means it still tracks with my left. And that's why I've been able to, my left still tracks like it's supposed to. So that's why I've been able to adjust so quickly.
Can you see how many fingers I'm holding up?
Yes, I can see that.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that you're being an asshole. It's normal.
So the eclipse. What is the date on that? April 8th.
April 8th.
Okay.
It's also my niece's Lexi's 21st birthday. What a day to turn 21 on this
eclipse.
big moment, you know?
So basically, what Will was saying, and if folks haven't seen that episode with Will from Optical Expressions, it was just a couple of days ago. Please go back and watch it because there's some information in there that is
really important,
really critical. And there's also a lot of misinformation that's all over the internet. I know,
Yes.
shocker, that, all you need is a pair of sunglasses or you don't
I've
need...
seen people saying if you have a pair of glasses that you've taken to see a 3D movie, you can use those.
Wrongo
and that is
dongo.
really wrong. That could actually be dangerous.
But here's the thing. It's not like you don't realize the danger until after the damage is done to your eyes.
yeah.
There's some cheap shit glasses that are on the market. They're everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Optical Expressions has the ones that meet certain criteria to make sure that all
Exactly. And they give a list,
UV rays
of
and all
places
that
you
shit.
can buy them, and you can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them off of the internet. There are just certain specifications that you need to make sure they are that they meet. And they give there's a whole list of resources out there.
All right.
Before you make your phone call, can we talk about something really quick?
Please.
Let's talk about this poor mom who is charged in Texas with a crime for injuring a child. And yes, I'm calling her a poor mom because this is one of the most bizarre bullshit stories I've ever heard in my life. So her kid was being bullied. Her kid's drink gets stolen from him. And so she mixed up a little concoction in his sports cup. And it was vinegar. Let's see. I want to know exactly what she put in it. So she put in it come on. Why won't this pull up? See, now that I wanted to read it, it's going to go away.
That's all right.
Okay, so Jennifer Lynn Rossi, 45, allegedly combined lemon, salt, and vinegar in the cup. And a kid took one sip of it, spit it out because it tasted gross. But he ended up in the hospital. the kid did.
Acid
Okay.
acid reflux.
Because it made him nauseous and he got a headache from it. All supposedly da da da. So this mom has been charged with injuring a child because she put a non-toxic concoction in her son's cup because it had kept being stolen and he was being bullied by these people.
Wait a minute. What is it called? A toxic?
Non-toxic. She mixed this non-toxic concoction. I mean, it's not like it was going to kill the kid. And I'm sorry if he wasn't being a little asshole.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have. I'm blown away by that you would not punish the bully at all. The school doesn't bully the they don't punish the bully. They're going to punish this mom, which further punishes this child who's being bullied.
Unreal. It's disgusting. And the way that folks react to stuff like this is unbelievable. There are so
But
many
to charge her as a criminal
so
for
many
that,
bigger things to
what
worry about.
The hell?
God.
Are you kidding me? It's
Criminal?
just
So
yeah.
now she's got that.
She's got criminal charges. She's got to go to court for injuring a child.
God.
Lemon juice, salt, and vinegar.
I'd lose my shit. I really would. I'd lose my mind. You can't.
Stupidest shit I ever heard.
There's no rhyme or reason to this. I mean, you know. I've got a friend.
No, the only thing people have gone batshit crazy. That's what it is.
I have a friend
Wine asses.
I have a friend who listens to the podcast and says to me, JD, don't try to make sense off of what's going on in this world. And like just you're not going to be able to make sense of it. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 anymore. I mean, it's just that this society is just whacked.
Yeah,
a reasoning behind
like
thin
oh my
skin.
god, nobody jokes anymore. Well,
No.
I do still. I don't care, and thankfully have a really good group of people around me that are the same way. Like we can still joke and laugh and
Right.
The two, you and I.
my feelings.
I mean, I don't even know what we would do. Thank God you never get hurt feelings and I don't, because we harass each other terrible. We're terrible. We're like siblings.
Hard.
We're horrible to each other.
Sure.
But we do it out of love and we're just being shits to each other.
God.
But
I know.
and when we don't, like you were gone for a week and a half, we both get like, a little bit depressed that we haven't been mean to each other in a while. Come on.
I know. It's just everybody needs to lighten up. Listen.
Yeah.
Stop walking around in this little protective bubble.
Everything is just so serious. I hate it.
Have
Everything
fun
is
with each
just
other.
so incredibly serious now.
Laugh. We need to laugh more. If you need to laugh at something, laugh at me. Make fun of me. Walking around with my Trump shirt on this morning, and look at my fucking hair, Rachel. Come on.
Yeah.
Just have fun. Make
Yeah.
fun of me.
Exactly.
This weekend, tonight, meet bingo at 5:00 at the VFW.
yeah.
Tomorrow night at the American Legion is Nottingham Drive. Great band. The 14th is the Chamber Mixer at M&T Bank.
Right here in Barrie.
That's going to benefit.
We've got that all squared away now.
Yep. That's going to benefit the Veterans Place in Northfield. The 17th, you mentioned it, the Brittany Burt Bingo.
Yes.
At the Den in Williamstown.
And tonight at the Den is DJ Basics.
Basics,
Starts
yes.
at 8:00.
And then the 23rd, you mentioned all-you-can-eat pie breakfast at the Berlin Fire Department.
The
It's
23rd. Yep.
It's from 9:30 to 12. It's $12 for adults.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to be talking about local Easter egg hunts that are coming up.
Yes.
Perfect.
There are plenty of those. And there's also some stuff going on at the Spalding High School Drama Club. The performances start today.
All right.
Those I posted yesterday. There are still some games here and there being played, but Shep will give us the rundown on all of that, what's
right.
going on and who's winning what.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And we got to announce our car wash winner. We
Yep.
did it online, but
We never said her name.
I don't think we said her name today.
Can we drop the name right now?
Absolutely.
Carly.
Carly Quinn is the winner for this week's muddiest, dirtiest, grossest car. And boy, was it ever.
Holy shit. Carly.
I thought she was
Come
going
on.
to scoot in here this morning, but it must be she got
She's scared.
behind a little bit. I
No,
know.
she's scared.
I told her we would be live, and she's like, okay, I can scoot in.
Yeah.
But maybe then she's like, oh, hell no. I'm not doing that. Those people throw a mic in front of my face and maybe even a camera. But yeah, so that's our winner for
Yeah.
the week. Congratulations to Carly. So that means it starts over.
Yeah.
We know it's muddy out there.
Right.
There's absolutely no way it's not. So get those photos in. You have from now until 8 p.m. on Thursday of next week
Yeah.
to post those pictures in the comment section of our pinned post.
And every Friday
Yeah,
we
the
give
post
away.
is right at the top of our page.
And we've got, I don't know, a couple more weeks to go. So,
We do. This is number 5.
yeah.
So we've got 5 to go.
Congratulations, Carly.
And I
My-
think, the 10th week, though, we should probably just do an overall
Yeah.
who is the kick-ass grand prize winner. And
Sure.
maybe we'll throw something else in there
Yeah.
with the car wash that week. We won't tell you just what yet, but,
Right. it's
something good.
It's 10 o'clock. I want to bring Matt and maybe even Bessie on with us. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Brother, we're well, man. Is Bessie with us too?
She is not. No, she didn't make it in. She's working.
Matt is from Rooted Entertainment, the owner, the operator, the concert promotion event coordinator, guru, everything that goes with your name. Dude, you are, I said this last time we had you on the air, you guys are kicking ass.
Thank you.
And I haven't even had a chance to tell Raylene yet this morning, but Matt and Bessie are coming in here and are going to sit down with us. Next week? Are we talking next week, Matt?
Wednesday's the day. Yep.
Raylene, did you hear that?
I did Wednesdays today.
Is Bessie going to be with you?
She will be, yes.
Perfect.
Perfect.
You guys are just how you are doing what you do every day. I don't even know. I mean, you got this going on, you got that going on, and Rooted Entertainment, they are bringing some massive shows. You and I were texting last night. We want to promote what it is that you've got going on, and it starts on the immediate horizon here. It starts tomorrow.
Yep.
Rough
Yeah,
and Tumble.
Yep. It's their, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Do tell.
Yeah, so Rough and Tumble at the Town Hall in Fairleigh, which we do our bigger shows at because it's a very beautiful facility. So Rough and Tumble is, I don't know, they haven't been here very long. They just moved to New Hampshire across the river from us maybe a couple of years ago. A married duo that they travel on. In fact, this is their last show before they go on tour. They won't be back here, I believe, until December. So they hit it hard. And we were able to lock in this show, I think, back in like December. Make sure we caught them while we're around. It should be should be a good turnout. They're really great. I mean, the music's really great, but they got this whole stage presence as a couple going on, and it's a really great dynamic. Yeah, we're thrilled to be able to put it together with them.
And this is at the town hall in Fairleigh, which you guys have really, frankly, taken over there.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of good community stuff going on. The Fairleigh Arts Council does stuff all the time there, and on a much more localized level, with community and plays and stuff like that. But yeah, they've been really great. Ryan Lockwood is the newer what do they call this? Supervisor? There's a name for it, but town supervisor maybe. But he's been really great. I literally just got to text him and be like, hey, is this date open? And they're like, yep. And then we just do our thing. It's kind of, I go down, they hand us the keys, and we do it. And it's a beautiful facility. I understand they revamped everything and finished it in like February 2020. We did a bunch of the woodwork, new sound, new lights. They've got a great kitchen. So we've got Mountain Song Gardens comes in and does it's a rotating menu for every one of our events, but it's a Korean cuisine, authentic Korean cuisine, and it's always changing. Every show it's different. They've got an industrial kitchen there, so we're able to do everything on site. We literally just show up with the team, set up, do our thing, and then we're out.
And you guys just had Mal Maez there as well not too long ago. This is incredible. So what time does this show start tomorrow, and how much does it cost, and when do we get in line?
Doors at 6. Tickets are $20. Like I said, there'll be food. There's a bunch of vendors as well with different craft vendors and stuff like that. I believe we're still working on it. I think we've got River Roost coming in, River Roost Brewing Company coming in to serve. We also have, you've probably heard of Bagsteeler Barrow.
Yes.
So they're members of that band are opening. It's the Jeff Goodhue trio. He's the mandolin player, and he got together. I think it's him and one other Bagsteeler Bar member, and then a third person together to open it up. And that'll be really great. I'm a huge fan of the Bagsteeler Barrow guys as well. We weren't able to lock the whole band in for this particular event, but we've done quite a few with them, and it's going to be really great too. But yeah, 6 o'clock are doors
for tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Yep.
All right, for Rough and Tumble. Any other shows other than Bagsteel and Barrow that are coming to the town hall that you want to promote?
So town hall, I do have one we're working on. It's not finalized, but keep for 4/19. We've got something we're working on. I can't really announce it yet, but keep your eyes open for that. That's our next one. But we do have quite a few shows coming up here at our place. We've got the Listening Room up in Bradford.
Yes.
Which is out in front of the van shop. We've got for this month, the 30th, we've got a band. It's a reggae. You'll dig them. They are a female lead reggae band out of Boston. I've known for quite some time. Female bass player. They're really groovy. So they're coming out. They're doing a Road to Uplift show, and Uplift is an event that's been going on. This is the 3rd year. It's put on by Lamoille Connect, which is like a group of dispensaries and growers and stuff like that. And they've been doing it for 3 years. I got brought in last year to help with production and stuff, and this year I helped with the booking. And that's a 420 show up at Lost Nation Brewing in Morrisville, Vermont, and that's going to be insane. We've got some bands coming in that I don't think are going to be attainable next year because they're all on their way up. Coyote Island is a reggae band. They're signed with Ineffable Records, and I don't know if you know anything about Ineffable, but they're the who's who of reggae artists in the United States. They've got everybody. We've also got Mighty Mystic coming in. You've seen him, I think. We've been doing a lot with him. He's amazing, him and his whole crew. And then, of course, Sundub is going to be there as well for the 420 thing. And And we've got Joshua West Band opening up. We've got a couple of DJs. Green Lion Crew, who's a really well-known producer. He's worked with all of the who's who of like reggae artists out of Jamaica, the United States. He's worked with the Marleys and stuff like that. But he's going to be spinning. He's starting at 4:20, and then he'll be spinning in between sets. So there's going to be music running the whole time. Lost Nation's got an amazing food menu, beer menu, so they're going to be doing their thing as well.
Wait, this guy's going to start at 4:20 on 4:20.
Yes. Yep.
Wow. Dude, I mean,
and this is the first 4:20 on a Saturday in a long time, so it's like, we're gearing up for quite the thing. And like I was saying, on 4/19, we're doing our own little pre-420 thing down here in Fairleigh at the town hall. I can't quite announce that. Maybe we'll be able to announce it Wednesday when we're on. I'm still working out the final details. It just happened yesterday, actually. I just figured it out. So
please text me. Please text me.
We'll do. We've got a bunch of other small shows coming here to the listing room as well. Working with Mel Mayiz, I'm trying to bring something back with him and some other cumbia artists out of, I think, the Boston area. We've got an artist called Mystic Fool out of, I think he's out of California now. He's coming through May 18th here at the listing room. So keep your eyes open on our Facebook or our website for those upcoming shows.
Again, the listing room is right in Bradford, and if folks are not following Rooted Entertainment on Facebook, you're missing the boat.
Out.
You're missing the boat.
A lot. Yeah, missing out on a lot.
Tell me about, what do you know about Sugarloaf? I mean, my friend Glenn sends me this poster last night, and I almost fell off the freaking couch, man. April 11th through the 14th at Sugarloaf. What's happening?
So yeah, I honestly, so I've been a part of that booking because I book for Sundub, and this has been in the works for a while, but I did not know the lineup. I'm just getting us in. Sugarloaf Reggae Fest has been going on for a while. I don't know what incarnation it is. I'm sure it's got to be right up there, but they've always put on an amazing show. And this year, I mean, you've seen the lineup. It's all of the bands actually at our 420 event, all of us. So there's Green Lion, Sundub, Coyote Island, and Mighty Mystic are all there. But the one that I'm very excited about, if you're familiar with John Brown's Body,
very much.
They're headlining Friday night, and I don't know if you've been paying attention, but this summer they're touring with their OG lineup from like 10 or 12 years ago. Kevin Kinsella, the original lead guys, coming in. They've got a bunch of the original members mixed with some of the newer members, like TJ, who's the trombone player, who was relatively new, or towards the end of the, he wasn't one of the original members, but so they're mixing it up. But I'm excited, and I'm almost positive that Sugarloaf show, that Friday, the 11th or 12th, is their first show back for the summer.
I got to tell you, man, when I saw John Brown's Body, I haven't seen JBB popping up. They've been kind of, like you said, this is kind of a reunion for them. But yeah. I saw John Brown's Body 100 years ago at the Higher Ground in Burlington. I wouldn't be surprised if you were at that show. I mean, seriously, this was like it had to be in the 90s, and I instantly became a fan. And I mean,
Matt was just a baby then.
Matt was a baby. Matt probably wasn't even born.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, man, John Brown's Body out of New York, these guys are absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah. I actually, I'm from upstate New York. I'm from like Utica area. I moved here obviously in 2020. So they've always been a staple. They're from Ithaca, Rochester area, so they've been close and always been a staple. I've never seen the original. I've seen Kevin Kinsella once on his own as a solo, but I've never seen the original lineup. I've always seen it, the latest incarnation with Elliot, the lead singer, and they're amazing. And I got, Elliot signed off on the whole thing. Everybody, great.
What's that? What's that, Raylene?
Oh, no, I was telling you.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm good.
All right. Oh, all right. No, we're listening to you, man. Listen, somewhere, and I don't know where, somewhere I've got a CD of John Brown's Body in my house, and it's like an orange album cover, and I don't know where it is, but I got to find it. Do they have new music that's coming out too?
I'm not sure about that. I think the last time they had music, somewhere's in maybe 2016, 17, maybe. I don't know if they're bringing out new music. I just saw that they, that lineup, and it's just been like, I can't wait. And then I find out that we're opening. So Sundub's actually opening for them on that Friday at Sugarloaf. Like, we're playing right before them. So it's very excited. Like I said, they're people I grew up watching. I've never seen this incarnation of the lineup. So I'm definitely the highlight of, maybe not just that Sugarloaf thing, but for the summer, with those guys coming back, it's pretty cool.
All right, man. Listen, you and Bessie, we can't wait to have you in here on Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
It's about damn time.
I know. I haven't got to meet either of them yet. You've met them both.
Can't wait.
And I haven't gotten to do that yet. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Brother, we'll see you then.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you for having us on. And tomorrow, 6:00. Fairleigh Town Hall.
Yes, for Rough and Tumble.
Have a great time.
Thanks. We'll see you guys next week.
What a great guy. What a great guy.
They are. I like their. It's been a great match for us, I think.
It has. And
you had a really incredible time
at the Green Mountain Smokeout.
I know.
Oh.
Are you already planning for this year?
I haven't recovered.
You haven't recovered.
Seriously, I'm telling you, if they ever do anything like that, even remotely close to that, anywhere in the hills of Vermont again, by God, I hope I find out about it first. Because I'm not going to tell anyone.
You're just going to go and save it all for yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Massey and I, oh my God, we had so much fun.
Lord. Good Lord, you too. We should remind people that you're going to change the clocks this weekend.
Sunday.
And when you do, Saturday before you go to bed, so that they're that way Sunday when you wake up. Don't forget to do the smoke detectors as well. That was a reminder that we got from our good friend Joe Aldsworth this morning. To just change the batteries, test them, do all of that stuff as well. It's really good to do that then. And then Brian Farnsworth, he just reminded us while you were talking also that, the town of Waterbury, they really were out there big time working, trying to get the roads back to somewhat normal conditions. Not an easy task right now.
Yeah.
And they were out there grading, doing all they could yesterday, and then they took a little bit of a break, and they went back out at 1 a.m. this morning, and they've been right back at it. Of course, they got to clean some of that up in order for them to be able to plow if we get snow.
Right.
Can you imagine trying to plow with the deep mud and ruts and God knows what else? I just can't imagine. And a lot of people complimented on them. I mean, they made a post. I shared it. But just giving the community an update, what that meant to the community to say, okay, this is what we've worked on. We've got all these roads graded today. We're going to take a little breather. We'll be back out at 1 a.m. and we're going to work on this, and this, because right now everybody's trying to plan for what direction they're going to go in.
Right.
So a lot of people were really happy and grateful for that update that he was willing to post. And so thank you for keeping us informed.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Joe. I mean, this is, these
Yes,
are our public
Joe
safety
too.
people.
And Joe has been messaging us while we're live here, telling us that he has some more news that he wants to talk to you and I about because he wants us to be sharing it. So
Skunk dispatch
we have
strategies?
something coming up.
Skunk dispatch strategies?
No,
Oh.
nothing to do with skunk at all. And then Hillary Scott reminds us that they went through some pretty intensive training last week.
Okay.
And we will be sharing all of that as well.
All right. I'm not sure if Interstate 89 in Bethel is still partially closed because of that motor vehicle crash this morning.
Well, have they updated it? Usually, if you share it directly from transportation, which is what I usually try to do, yep, it's already updated. So it says traffic update, I-89 northbound just north of exit 3 is closed to all traffic. So it's still because of a traffic crash. And they say expect delays. So it has not been updated yet to say that it's open.
All right. So going to be closed until further notice. So seek an alternative route.
Yep.
Hopefully that won't be an alternate route that involves dirt roads.
And as soon as it opens, it'll say on that same very post, it will change because they will update that post.
All right. We're watching. Raylene's watching very carefully, but Vermont Department of Public Safety and VTrans and all that stuff will keep you updated. But again, repeating, Interstate 89 partially closed in Bethel because of the crash that happened just before 9 o'clock this morning. And we should have let off by telling that this morning, but we got wrapped up in the skunk
Well, I
story.
think I posted it while we were live because
Okay.
it came on my phone.
Wouldn't surprise me. And last but not least here, and I meant to mention this yesterday, but it's like I come back from vacation and Basil's is closed.
I know.
What?
It was literal, too, that quick. I was there on Wednesday night to get my chef salad, something that I love to get there because they make really good ones. And on Friday morning, there was a post saying they were closing, selling everything, equipment, leftover food, the benches and booths and everything, literally selling, liquidating the whole place that weekend. And just poof, they were gone.
Wow. No explanation.
No. I mean, not that then they don't owe us one, really. I'm sure it had to do with staffing and money and the cost of food and rent and this, that, and the other thing. And
Okay. Wow.
they're just gone.
It's sad.
It is sad.
It's sad.
Always sad to see a local business close.
Of course.
For sure.
Again, congratulations to Carly for winning the Platinum Car Wash from Rub-A-Dub Car Wash. We've posted up a picture of the back of her. Disgusting.
And she just came in and grabbed it while we were live. And she was saved by the phone call because you were distracted on the phone. You couldn't torment her.
Yeah.
I think she probably planned that. She's probably been sitting out there in her car listening and saying, okay, I can get away with it now.
100%.
I'm going to run in there right now
100%.
and grab that sucker, and they'll
Absolutely.
never catch me on camera or the mic.
Exactly what happened.
Yep, that's what she did.
I want to just finish this morning. Are we good? Do you have anything else?
I'm good.
I just want to say, and I'm going to be so curious to read what people have to post here, their comments. I can't wait to see, and I'm serious. There's a lot of talk about how I should go about getting rid of the skunk. Should I shoot it? Should I trap it? Should I relocate it? Should I, all of these things. I'm attempting to do all of the above. I'll be as humane as possible. I'm not going to try to shoot it in the lung like this 9-fingered crazy lady with a armed with marshmallows and a gun is suggesting in our community. I'm gonna do what I think is best. Okay. In addition to that, and it's separate from that, the reintroduction of our cat who was sprayed, like soaked, bad. The reintroduction of our cat back into the household. This is a beloved cat. Lily loves this cat more than she loves me. How do we get this cat, our cat, who's crying and just dying?
I have a recipe I'm going to give you.
This every night, Raylene, this is what I hear on the other side of the door.
Well, if you use this recipe and clean him up, he can come in tonight.
Okay.
It works like a charm, I'm telling you.
Lily and Sherilyn both are saying.
If you dare to bathe the cat.
They're saying to me, you're the man of the house. You should have the answer here. We need to bring the cat in the house and give it a bath in the bathtub. I'm like, yeah, you want me to give the cat a bath in the bathtub. What are you going to do? Are you going to give the cat a bath? Or are you expecting me to give the bath? I'm not going to put the cat in the bathtub and get all sliced up like freaking Freddy Krueger. It's not happening, Raylene. I'm not going to do it.
There's a way to do that too. And I lied. I have to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Because this made me incredibly happy for New Hampshire yesterday.
Okay.
But I'm wondering when Vermont's going to pull their head out of their ass and do the same thing.
With what?
In a vote along party lines, the Republican-controlled Senate passed a bill Thursday that would require a mandatory 5-year minimum sentence for anyone caught dealing fentanyl. The highly addictive drug can be deadly, even if taken in very small amounts. Law enforcement who support the bill say dealers can't just be given a slap on the wrist anymore. I think it's time that we send a strong message to these people who are smuggling and dealing fentanyl on the streets of New Hampshire. So kudos to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And wake up, Vermont.
Yeah, damn straight. Wow.
And that's all I got to say now. I promise.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a marvelous rest of your day. And I will be looking and watching and listening and paying attention to what you have to post this morning, as will Raylene. We got your back. We're going to be watching things, listening to things, and posting the information that you need to know. And we'll be back with you on Monday morning, right?
Monday morning. We'll be here.
Watch the page this weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. We'll let you know what's happening in and around our Central Vermont community. God bless everyone.